Anime has the power to leave us stunned, to make us laugh, cry, and even sit in silence wondering what we just witnessed. Today we begin a part 1 of our countdown of the top 10 jaw-dropping moments in anime history. From betrayals that shattered trust to sacrifices that defined courage. These are the moments that left fans speechless. But before we start, consider this your spoiler warning. Now, let's dive in. At first, The Promised Neverland seemed like a heartwarming story. Smiling children, a loving caretaker, and the promise of adoption into happy families. But then, the mask came off. When Emma and Norman discover Connie's body, lifeless and prepared for demons, everything changes. Gracefield House isn't a home, it's a farm, and the children are livestock. That single revelation transformed a sweet story into a nightmare, leaving fans staring at the screen in shock. From that moment on, nothing in the series was the same.
It looks so delicious. Human flesh is definitely the tastiest.
For most of the series, Kaede Kayano seemed harmless, the cheerful classmate who blended into the background. But then came the twist no one saw coming. The scarf comes off and her tentacles reveal the truth. She isn't just a student. She's the younger sister of Agura Yukimura, the teacher's first victim. Her entire existence in Class 3E was built on revenge against Koro-sensei. The betrayal, the hidden rage, the sheer transformation of her character shocked everyone watching. In one moment, the quiet girl became one of the deadliest.
It's only a matter of time. It's for my true blade. I have more than one. Didn't you notice? Oh, Koro-sensei, how I...
In the chaos of Attack on Titan, one speech changed everything. Surrounded by fear and certain death, Commander Erwin Smith stands before his soldiers, not promising survival, but asking them to die. His words burn with desperation and hope as he orders them to charge straight into the Beast Titan's slaughter. Knowing he'll never see the truth in the basement, Erwin sacrifices his dream for humanity. As the cavalry roars forward and the Beast Titan rains destruction, viewers felt it. The weight of true jaw-dropping heroism.
The anguished fallen! Their lives have meaning because we, the living, refuse to forget them! As we ride to certain death, we trust our successors to do the same for us! Because my soldiers do not buckle or yield when faced with the cruelty of this world! Push forward! My soldiers scream out! My soldiers rage!
Yuno. At first she was just a sweet girl in love with Yukiteru, or so it seemed. But behind her pink-haired smile was obsession, madness, and something far darker than anyone expected. When her manipulative nature is revealed, when we learn what she's truly willing to do to win the survival game, fans realize they weren't watching a love story. They were watching a ticking time bomb. Yuno's transformation from love-struck schoolgirl to terrifying yandere queen was a moment that made jaws drop and kept them there.
This one.
No, it's too soon for this. Was it really so much to ask that I get to spend one single day in bliss with the man I love?
Naruto has many legendary fights, but Rock Lee versus Gaara remains iconic. Outmatched, mocked, and underestimated, Lee stood tall. And then, Guy Sensei gave him the nod. Lee unstrapped his ankle weights. The crowd laughed. How could removing weights change anything? But when those weights hit the ground with an earth-shattering crash, everything changed. Lee's speed skyrocketed, pushing Gaara on the defensive for the first time. It wasn't just jaw-dropping. It was the moment Rock Lee became a legend in the eyes of every fan.
よーし、これで楽に動けるぞいや。
少しくらいの重りを外したところでガーラの砂についていけるわけが。
やりすぎでしょ。 界。
Escanor, the lion's sin of pride. Few characters embody dominance like him. When Estarossa, wrapped in darkness, tries to crush him, Escanor simply walks forward. The darkness melts away in his presence. And then he delivers one of anime's most iconic lines. Who decided that? With nothing but sheer arrogance and godlike power, Escanor rewrote what it meant to be unstoppable. That moment wasn't just jaw-dropping, it was bone-chilling.
通用しない。我が決めた。我の太陽を飲み込んだ。誰が決めた。攻撃が見えなかった。こいつ一体何者なんだ。
Junko Enoshima was the mastermind of despair, the puppet master pulling every string in the killing game. But what happens when the mastermind faces her own execution? Instead of fear, Junko embraces it, laughing as she's killed by the very machine she created. The mix of horror, irony, and her twisted joy made fans shiver. Watching the Queen of Despair smiling in death was as jaw-dropping as it was disturbing.
これが絶望なのね。2年も前からこの学園に乗り込み綿密な計画を練り上げていって実の姉まで殺したっていうのにそれなのに最後の最後で失敗するなんて超絶望だわ。これ以上ないほどの超絶望的に幸せだわ。だってそろそろお仕置きの時間でしょ。
Sometimes a single expression can change everything. In Erased, Gaku Yashiro seemed like the supportive teacher, the one adult Satoru could trust. But when the truth comes out, when Yashiro reveals himself as the serial kidnapper, all it takes is one smile. That sinister grin in the car was enough to send chills down every viewer's spine. It wasn't flashy, it wasn't loud, but it was jaw-dropping in the purest, most terrifying way possible.
Want a lollipop?
Thank you for asking, but I'm afraid you won't find any there. This isn't my car.
Anime betrayals are nothing new, but Aizen's betrayal? That was on another level. First, he fakes his death, manipulating everyone into believing he's a victim. Then, with cold confidence, he reveals his true plan. When he removes his glasses and slicks back his hair, his entire aura changes, from kind captain to ruthless puppet master. Aizen's betrayal wasn't just shocking, it was the moment he ascended into one of anime's greatest villains.
Got some news for you about the Aizen you used to know. I'm sorry to break it to you, since you seem to remember him so fondly. Aizen you knew was nothing but an illusion. He never even existed in the first place.
Few anime deliver emotional impact like One Piece. After Kaido crushes the Samurai Alliance, hope seemed gone. But then, the truth is revealed. Despite being tortured beyond comprehension, the Mink tribe never gave in. They never betrayed Raizo. And then, in unison, they shout the words that shook the world. Raizo is safe. The loyalty, the sacrifice, the unbreakable willpower in that moment reminded everyone why One Piece is legendary. It wasn't just jaw-dropping, it was unforgettable.
ライゾー殿はご無事です。
And that's it for part 1 of our top 10 jaw-dropping anime moments. From betrayals to epic transformations, anime never fails to surprise us. But trust me, part 2 has even more legendary scenes you won't want to miss. Which moment blew your mind the most? Drop your answer in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, hit subscribe, and turn on the bell so you're ready when part 2 drops.